Welcome to Jazz Evensong here at Brentwood Presbyterian Church in Burnaby, British Columbia. We're delighted to have you with us this evening. Those of you who have joined us in person, great to have you here. Those of you who are joining us on the live stream, great to have you. And those of you who are watching this asynchronously after various people post it from our YouTube channel, good to have you in that mode as well. My name is Brian Fraser. I have the privilege of being the minister in this wonderful little congregation, and we are delighted to welcome back to the house, I think the first time in this combination. Yeah. Okay. Jason Couto on piano. Dan Howard back there on bass. And Lesley Branton on vocals. Jim Smith's doing our live streaming. Court Bosner's doing our sound. Pam's doing our coffee and chocolate and all of that other kind of running around stuff that makes things happen here at Brentwood. The whole congregation is part of making this happen, and a bunch of other folks as well. And I want to say a special word of thanks. And I realized that I wasn't doing this, but Noah Franz Nolan, wonderful jazz pianist who happens to be our coordinator of musicking here at Brentwood. We're exceptionally lucky to have Noah working with us. So Noah, it does the booking for Jazz Evensong. I got an email from him yesterday saying, I think it's probably time we started booking 2026. Because we're booked solid for 2025. I think we had that done by March, something like that, wasn't it? That when we got anyhow. It's been wonderful. We've been doing this on a weekly basis now for 13 years. And so so St. Andrews Wesley and Brentwood are the two that do jazz worship services on a weekly basis. And then Northwoods does it every second week, Northwoods United out in Surrey. And then there's 1, 2, 3, I think 3, 4, or 5 that do it on a monthly basis now. And we've been talking to a couple of other congregations about beginning to do some stuff with the jazz community as well. So it's spreading. Thank you. These are words that come from the great Judeo-Christian songbook, the Psalms. The opening words of Psalm 24. The earth is the Lord's and all that is in it, the world and all those who live in it. So with that in mind, we give thanks with deep respect for the countless generations of Musqueam, Squamish, and Tsleil-Waututh peoples who have stewarded our Creator's land upon which Brentwood sits. And we commit ourselves to working for better ways of living together through a justice that is sought with kindness and humility, and that will honor our Creator's covenant of compassionate care. We sense deeply here at Brentwood that the light that enables us to walk well the road to flourishing in and with this world proceeds from and is sustained by the Spirit of our Creator's Christ, Jesus of Nazareth. And this candle represents that light. It's not confined to any labels. It's not confined to any institutions. It's a light that illuminates all of creation. And we believe that the music of the jazz community conveys that light in an especially energizing way. And so we look forward to participating in that and enjoying that this evening. For Canadian Presbyterians, the great affirmation of the gospel is that God was in Jesus, their Christ, forgiving and reconciling the world, and making us ambassadors of that message of mercy and grace. Ambassadors of that message in all of the networks in which we illuminate lives with love. Let's pray. Spirit of our Creator's Christ Jesus of Nazareth, you draw us here with welcoming love from neighborhoods of struggle and strife, bearing stress injuries of all kinds. In the safety of this sanctuary, you heal us into greater wholeness. In this time, in this place, at this point in our lives. Inspire and equip us to be faithful, wise, and effective ambassadors of your forgiving and reconciling love. And we continue to pray in the words that you taught us, as reformulated by the Anglican Church of Aotearoa or New Zealand. Eternal Spirit, earth maker, pain bearer, life giver, source of all that is and that shall be, Father and Mother of us all, loving God, in whom is heaven. The hallowing of your name echo through the universe. The way of your justice be followed by the peoples of the world. Your heavenly will be done by all created beings. Your commonwealth of peace and freedom sustain our hope and come on earth. With the bread we need for today, feed us. In the pains we absorb from one another, forgive us. In times of temptation and test, strengthen us. From trial too great to endure, spare us. From the grip of all that is evil, free us. For you reign in the glory of the power that is love, now and forever. Amen. So the first set is Moon Dance, So Nice, a Summer Samba, My Romance, and just the two of us. The Lesley Branton Trio.
Very much. Thanks a lot. So lovely to see you. And it's our pleasure to be here. Yeah. So this is the only one. No, there's two pop songs. This is one of them. And I think you'll recognize it.
It's a marvelous night for a moon dance with the stars up above in your eyes. A fantabulous night to make romance neath the cover of October skies. And all the leaves on the trees are falling too, to the sound of the breezes that blow. I tried to plead to the calling of your heartstrings that play soft and low. You know the night's magic seems to whisper and hush, and all the soft moonlight seems to shine in your blush. Well, can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Well, can I just make some more romance with you, my love? Well, I wanna make love to you tonight. I can't wait till the morning has come. Well, I know now the time is just right, and straight into my arms you will run. And when you come, my heart will be waiting to make sure that you're never alone. There and then all my dreams will come true, dear. There and then I'll make you my own. But every time I touch you, you just tremble inside. And I know how much you want me, that you can't hide. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Well, can I just make some more romance with you, my love?
Thanks. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, it's a marvelous night for a moon dance with the stars up above in your eyes. A fantabulous night to make romance near the cover of October skies, and all the leaves on the trees are falling to the sound of the breezes that blow. Yeah, I'm trying to plead to the calling of your heartstrings that play soft and low. You know the night's magic seems to whisper and hush, and all the soft moonlight seems to shine in your blush. Can I just have one more moon dance with you, my love? Well, can I just make some more romance with you, my love? One more moon dance with you in the moonlight on a magic night. Oh, in the moonlight on a magic night. Well, can I just have one more dance with you, my
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. The last note, not so great, but you know, thank you very much. Thanks.
Someone to hold me tight, that would be very nice. Someone to love me right, that would be very nice. Someone to understand each little dream in me. Someone to take my hand and be a team with me. So nice. Life would be so nice if one day I find someone who would take my hand and somebody who like me. Someone to cling to me, stay with me right or wrong. Someone to sing to me some little song by song. Someone to take my heart and give his heart to me. Someone who's ready to give love a start with me. Oh yes, that would be so nice, nice. Should it be you and me, I can see it would be nice. me right. That would be very nice. Someone to understand each little dream in me. Someone to take my hand and be a team with me. So nice. Well, life would be so nice if one day I find someone who would take my hand and someone do life with me. Someone to cling to me, stay with me right along. Someone to sing to me some little samba song. Someone to take my heart and give his heart to me. Someone who's ready to give life a start with me. Yes, that would be so nice, nice. Should it be you and me? I can see it would be nice. Should it be you and me? I can see it would be nice. Yeah,
That ending was pretty good. I like that. Thank you very much. Thanks. No comment.
my romance doesn't have to have a moon in the sky. My romance doesn't need a blue lagoon standing by. No month of May, no twinkling stars, no hideaway, no soft guitars. My romance doesn't need a castle rising in Spain, nor a dance to constantly surprising refrain. Wide awake, I can't make my most fantastic dreams come true. My romance doesn't need a thing but you.
Thank you.
romance doesn't have to have a moon in the sky. My romance doesn't need a blue lagoon standing by. No Martha May, no twinkling stars, no hideaway, no soft guitars. My romance doesn't need a castle rising in Spain or a dance to a constantly surprising refrain. Wide awake, I can make my most fantastic dreams come true. My romance doesn't need a thing. My romance doesn't need a thing. My romance doesn't need a thing but you.
Thank you so much. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you.
I see the crystal raindrops fall, and the beauty of it all is when the sun comes shining through. To make those rainbows in my mind when I think of you sometime, and I want to spend some time with you. Just the two of us, we can make it if we try. Just the two of us, the two of us, just the two of us, building castles in the sky. Just the two of us, you and I. We look for love, no time for tears. Wasted water's all that is. It don't make no flowers grow. Good things might come to those who wait, not for those who wait too late. We gotta go for all we know. Yeah, just the two of us. We can make it if we try. The two of us. Just the two of us. We're building castles in the sky. The two of us. You and I. Hear the raindrops fall on the window the morning dew. And darling, when the morning comes and I see the morning sun, I wanna be the one with you. Just the two of us. Well, we can make it if we try. Just the two of us. The two of us. Just the three of us. We're building castles in the sky. Just the three of us. The three of us. Just the two of us. Gonna make it, make it, make it, make it, make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. The two of us. We're building castles in the sky. Just the two of us. You and
Jason Couto on piano, Dan Howard on bass, Lesley Branton on vocals. What a delight to have you three in the house, enjoying the vibe. As well. Thanks for being here with us. The song is to do a bit of a reflection in between a couple of the sets. And currently, for the next little while, since I get to decide what the reflections are about, one of the things that have been intrigued by for 25 years or more is how jazz provides a model for leadership within our society. And for me, leadership is not positional. Like, there's lots of leadership positions, but I think all of us exercise a leadership influence in all of the networks in which we live and move and have our being. And so it's with that in mind that I want to throw out some ideas and play around with a few ideas. Jazz is a form of organized activity that challenges authoritarianism, that challenges tyranny, that challenges any kind of will being imposed on others. And I haven't got the time to go into how I see that happening in our world, but I suspect you can imagine some of those things. And I'm more than happy to chat with you after. But good leadership seeks to collaborate and coordinate all of the gifts in all of the people in contributing to the common good. All of the gifts of all of the people in contributing to the common good. And we've enjoyed a wonderful example of that in the first set, and I know we will in the second set and the final song. The quote this evening comes from a guy by the name of Robert Galinas. Galinas is the lead pastor at the Colorado Community Church in Aurora, Colorado. I don't think the quote came from this book, but he wrote a book back in 2009 called Finding the Groove, Composing a Jazz-Shaped Faith. Great book. I think this came from a website that he had at one point, and I went to try and find the website, and it wasn't there. So you'll have to trust me that he said this, or something like this. Jazz is more than music. It's a way of thinking. It's a way of viewing the world. It's about freedom within community. Freedom within community. It's a culture, a set of values and norms by which we can experience life in general and, from Galinas' point of view, faith in particular. It's about how we know things, how we know things. Jazz is a knowing, is a knowledge that's born out of experience. It's knowledge based upon a proposition and living it. And it becomes truth when it's lived. So that whole sense of knowing being something that emerges out of experience, I think is really important. And let me put my own Christian gloss on that. There are various passages in the Bible, in that great kind of collection of accounts of experiences of God that we call the Bible, where we are being, our attention is being drawn to the fact that God knows us. Our Creator knows us. Right? So much of what we think about these days is how do we know God? And if the focus is on us knowing God, that's step 2. Step 1 is God knowing us, God caring for us, God creating us and never letting us go no matter how far we wander, no matter how much of an insult we are to the original intention of God in creating us. Especially in the Old Testament, talks a lot about the steadfast love of God, the enduring love of God. And so, to know that we are known in the depths of our being, no matter how we've been living that being, and loved because of that knowing, not in spite of that knowing, but because of that knowing, I think is a really powerful foundation for living in our world. One of the favorite parables here at Brentwood is the parable of the prodigal son. There's a wonderful Laura Zarabesca painting up there on the wall. And no matter where we've wandered, no matter what we've been up to, no matter where we found our food, you know the parable, he's taking care of the pigs and eating what the pigs are eating. And if you come out of a Jewish culture, there's a whole level of disgust that goes along with that. It's welcome home. Welcome home, kid. Come on, we'll party first. Then we'll get on with the family business. Like, that's not really part of the story, but it's hard. You know, he comes home to the family farm. And what's he going to do the morning after the party? Well, he's going to get to work on the farm. And so I think that's an important part of it, right? So we're brought home, we're welcomed home in order to re-engage as partners with our Creator in caring for the creation. And so that's, the truth is, the creation is to be cherished. Right? It's to be cherished and cared for. That's the partnering with our Creator that is invited. And in that way of being, that way of becoming, we find deep, deep satisfaction and joy and happiness. Not the superficial stuff, right, but the really deep stuff. And so this being known by our Creator in this relationship, a relationship of forgiving and reconciling love, a relationship that never, ever, ever, no matter what's going on, lets us go. However we may think that has happened, it hasn't. That's what you can trust. And so, at least as I read jazz biographies, at some point in most of those biographies, the musicians will say, basically what we're doing in our music is writing love stories. And touching on dimensions of love, every dimension of love you can imagine, and probably some that you never did imagine. Right? But that's part of the beauty of jazz. It always draws something new out of you, and out of all of the musicians. I mean, they're discovering new things every time they play together, and we're discovering new things every time we listen to them. So enough of me blawing. Let's get back to the music.
Well, have you met Miss Jones? Someone said as we shook hands, she was just Miss Jones to me. And then I said, hey, Miss Jones, you're a girl who understands I'm a man who must be free. And all at once I lost my breath, and all at once was scared to death, and all at once I owned the earth and sky. Oh, well, now I met Miss Jones, and we'll keep on reading till we die, Miss Jones and I.
Thank you.
Well, have you met Miss Jones? Someone said as we shook hands, she was just Miss Jones to me. And then I said, hey, Miss Jones, but you're a girl who understands I'm a man who must be free. And all at once I lost my breath, and all at once was scared to death, and all
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Speak low when you speak love. Our summer day withers away too soon, too soon. I wait, darling, I wait. Our moment is swift, like ships adrift. We're swept apart too soon. Speak low, darling, speak low. Love is a spark lost in the dark. Too soon, too soon. I feel whenever I go that tomorrow is near, tomorrow is here, and always too soon. 'Cause time is so old and love so brief. Love is pure gold and time a thief. We're late, darling, we're late. The curtain descends, everything ends too soon, too soon. I wait, oh darling, I wait. Will you speak low to me, speak love to me, and soon. Time is so old and love so brief. Love is pure gold and time a thief. We're late, darling, we're late. The curtain descends, everything ends it's too soon, too soon. I wait, darling, I wait. Will you speak love to me, speak love to me, and soon? Will you speak love to me, speak love to me, and soon? Will you speak love to me, and soon?
Thanks a lot. It's my favorite song right now. My very favorite song. Thank you.
Well, if they asked me, I could write a book about the way you walk and whisper and look. And I could write a preface on how we met, so the world will never forget. And the simple secret of the plot is just to tell them that I love you a lot. And then the world discovers as my book ends, how to make two lovers of friends. Well, if they ask me, I could write a book about the way you walk and whisper and look. Well, I could write a preface on how we met, so the world would never, never, never forget. And the simple secret of the plot is just to tell them that I love you a lot. discovers as my book ends how to make two lovers, how to make two lovers, how to make two lovers, lovers of friends.
Thank you very much. Thanks. Thank you.
Dan Howard on bass. Jason. Lesley Branton on vocals. Oh, what a delight to have you all in the house. Thank you so, so much. Let's hear it again for Jim and Court and Pam. All of the folks who make this happen, all of you who are participating. This doesn't happen without you folks here. One of the things that I love about jazz is it's probably the musical form in which there's the most kind of appreciation, you know, like applause, and now come on, I'm of an age. I mean, my idea of going to a big musical event was Pete Seeger at Massey Hall in Toronto. Right. So I mean, none of the great big stadium events. I shudder at the thought of going to that. However, there's something about a kind of intimate jazz setting and concert, and the kind of appreciation that we show for each one individually that I really like. So thank you for doing all of that. If you didn't catch it on the way in, let me encourage you to catch it on the way out. There's a brown bucket on the table at the back called the Thanks Bucket. It's a fine old New Orleans tradition. It's another way of showing appreciation for the musicians. So throw whatever money in there you possibly can. That would be deeply appreciated. If for some reason, and this happens from time to time, you put money you intended to go to the musicians in the glass wine jar at the back, you can take it out and put it in a brown bucket, and we won't slap your wrists. That happens from time to time. There is also, just beyond the thanks bucket, a weird-looking pot that was potted by the same guy that did the mural at the front of the church. We began by doing socks, did those for 9 years. We're now doing underwear, but we're going to take about a 6-month break from the underwear. Because our friends down at First United said one of the things that they really need or will need is winter coats. It's hard to believe in the middle of July that we're talking about winter coats, but that is a significant need for our neighbors in the downtown east side. And so they said, we wondered if you would collect coats for 6 months. And we said, sure, we'll do that. But we can also collect money because Mark's Work Warehouse came to them and said, look, I mean, we've got a bunch of coats in our warehouse, and we'll take you down there and give you a really good deal on the coats. So if you want to just throw some money in the pot, we'll make sure that goes down and that goes to the coats. But if you've got some coats in your closets, if you've got friends, family, if you live in a condo, ask your neighbors. Any way that we can get coats, we'll be happy to take the coats and get them down there. And if you can bring them to a service. If you'd rather, there's 2 kind of plastic gray benches out there that open up. Just throw them in there. We'll keep checking and make sure that we take them. So appreciate that. As I mentioned, we do this every week, Wednesdays at 8 o'clock. Next week, the Silver Sisters. So it used to be Marcia Mayer and the Grace Notes. That's what they called themselves last year. But now they've come up with this new name, Silver Sisters, which is what, anyhow. So Marcia Mayer, Patricia Dalquist, and Diane Stapley are the trio of vocalists. Marcia plays piano as well. And then they're bringing along Tony Chodum on guitar. So it should be a great night. They're always a delight to have in the house. So that's next Wednesday at 8 o'clock. It's always live streamed. And the live stream link is always on the homepage, Brentwood's homepage, brentwoodpcc.com. The sign actually says that out front. So we got a new sign. But when they put the tracks in for the letters, they didn't put enough screws in. And so when the sun came out, right, on the plastic, I don't know, I would have thought they would have known this. But anyhow, so the plastic tracks come away from the board, and the letters fall down. So that's why it looks weird. They're supposed to come back this week and fix it all. John comes up tonight, he says, "Oh, I'll bring my screws and my screwdriver." And I said, "No, John, the sign company's going to do that." But I love having people around who kind of step up and appreciate that. If you're not on our mailing list, there's a sheet at the back, name, email address, once a week, unless I make a really, really bad mistake and have to send a second email to correct it. But normally it's just once a week that we bother you. You can also click the Sunday morning box. We have a separate email for Sunday morning. We worship at 10:30 in person or online, and you're more than welcome to join us for that as well. Those of you who have joined us online, I should have mentioned this. There is a link to our Canada Helps page. If you want to donate, we'd appreciate that. Or you can send an e-transfer to pamwong76@yahoo.ca. And for those of you who are here, if you want to donate that way, I don't know whether it's out. There's usually, I'll make sure after the service, there's usually a QR code at the back. I keep forgetting to put it out because I have no idea what it does. However, that's, people explain it to me, but it just never anyhow. We appreciate all of that. Thank you again, Jason and Dan and Les. Wonderful to have you here. We realize more deeply that we are blessed as the Creator's hospitality embraces us. Flowing from this evening of musicking, we realize more deeply that we are blessed as Christ's hope inspires us. And flowing from this evening of musicking, we realize more deeply that we are blessed as the Spirit's energy revives our power to seek justice and peace with kindness and humility. So let's go forth, inspired by the provocations of this musicking and reflecting, to take the vibe of the Spirit of our Creator's Christ, Jesus of Nazareth, into all of our networks. And I realized I was so anxious to get to the music that I forgot to tell you what the second set was. Now, many of you would have known. However, for those of you that were struggling, I recognize what's the name of that song. Have you met Miss Jones? Speak Low, and I Could Write a Book. And we're going to finish off with Take 5.
Won't you stop and take a little time out with me? Just take 5. Stop your busy day and take the time out to see if I'm alive. Though I'm going out of my way just so I can pass by each day, not a single word do we say. It's a pantomime play. Still I know our eyes often meet. Feel tingles down to my feet when you smile at so much discreet. Sends me on my way. Wouldn't it be better not to be so polite? You could offer a light. Start a little conversation now, it's alright. Just take 5. Just take 5. Won't you stop and take a little time out with me? Just take 5. Stop your busy day and take the time out to see if I'm alive. Though I'm going out of my way just so I can pass by your shade, not a single word do we say. It's a pantomime and not a play. Still I know our eyes often meet. Feel tingles down to my feet when you smile at so much discreet. It sends me on my way. Wouldn't it be better not to be so polite? You could offer a light. Start a little conversation now. It's alright. Just take 5. Just take 5. Just take 5. Just take 5. Just take 5.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for having us back, Brian, and we super appreciate it. We hope to see you again. Thank you. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Dan. Thank you so much. Thank you.